God Talk Unfiltered.
So I knew I was not going to share tonight. I knew, because I didn't have anything. But I knew I wanted to be in solidarity with my brother Nicholas. And I'm so incredibly proud of you for sharing that. And I like to feel like I'm on a journey with him, and the fact that you shared that just really touched me. So I've been encouraged by Jennifer, who works in the office with me, to listen to Brene Brown, and she has a video on Netflix about vulnerability. And that was a very vulnerable thing that you did. And so I was like, well, how can I be vulnerable tonight? So something did come to me. And actually, Karen, who you just heard, is a leader in our congregation. And she and I were talking earlier this year. She had a very unexpected change in her life. And so she and I went out for dinner and we talked about it, and, again, wanted to be in solidarity with her. And then lo and behold, I had a big shock and change in my life. And many of the people in the church know about that. I was planning to run for a position within our denomination and never really even made it out of the gate. And I had some great visions and dreams of what I wanted to do for our denomination, and for whatever reason, it just didn't happen. So part of me being a congregational leader was to say, okay, how can I demonstrate how to deal with disappointment? And so part of it was just simply, okay, I'm just going to release it to God, and just, it is what it is. Praise God, let's move on. And slowly but surely, I just started having all these types of pains in my body. And I'm just kind of fast forward. And the pain really turned out to be that, well, I didn't know what the pain was. And so Ethan found a practitioner who did singing bowl massage. And I think many of us know what a singing bowl is, like with the Tibetans use, and you boom, And so I went and literally laid on the floor, and the guy played all of these, vibrations. And I asked him afterwards, like, how does this work? He says, well, because your body is, primarily, water, that when there's a blockage, the vibration on one of the bowls sounds different. So I know to really work on it there. Ethan then went on to recommend another book about you can heal what you feel you can heal. And no, I've not finished reading it yet, so God knows he's going to ask me afterwards. But nonetheless, it really helped me get to a place of understanding the connection between mind and body, which I hadn't really ever thought about prior. And it helped me grow deeper. But then I was also sharing with Jennifer that because I had my mind and spirit set on something else besides our congregation, and now that I'm still with the congregation, I'm like, okay, well, God, where do we go? Where do we go as a community? Where do I go as a leader? And so we're going to really be engaging a lot of introspection coming up, prayer time, discernment, some strategic planning. But the reason why I wanted to share this just with you all tonight is because one of the things that I realized that trusting God even in the unknown can be difficult, but when you have supports around you and people who are going to encourage you to be authentic, to be vulnerable, and just simply keep showing up. That is how and when you can really find purpose when you felt like there is no purpose. And so as a congregational leader, I am just grateful for the leaders who are all around me who support me and to help me to be real before them, that, it's like, okay, now you can hop off your little platform and simply talk to me. And I'm grateful to have people around me who challenge me in that way. So thank you to them, but also thank you to God Filter on Talk as well. I appreciate it.